Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with the new Happyland solid perfumes. So we have Cravat Noir, Paisley Sky, Shameless, Happyland Signature. Wait, there's more. Wonderland, Homme for the Holidays, Green Irish Tobacco, and Barbershop. Okay, so let's talk about them because this is my first experience with solid perfumes. I always thought solid perfumes were probably going to be really poor performers. I don't know why I thought that. I just thought that. So I was like, okay, that was kind of my expectation. I got back from vacation, found these, and the first one I tried on was Homme for the Holidays because I don't have the spray of Homme for the Holidays. And I like decaf a lot, and to be honest, I really like this one a lot. Oh my goodness. But okay, so I was trying to figure out what's the appeal of the solid versus spray, you know, because, you know, again, I have no experience with solids. In my head, I was thinking like maybe it'd be like more work appropriate, wouldn't project as much, something like that. And also the other really big appeal to me is these are super duper easy to travel with versus sprays. You don't have to really worry about your bottle getting banged up in your bag. You also don't have to worry about if you need to check a bag because your bottles are too many. It just seemed really appropriate for travel. And I thought it was going to be really work appropriate because I thought, you know, they're not going to be big projectors. I wasn't sure longevity wise. So let's go ahead and talk about that because I think for the most part you guys already know about the scent profile. I'm going to quickly go over all of the scent profiles and how I feel about them. For the most part, I think you guys already know what my favorite Happylands are. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So I've worn a bunch of these. Longevity wise, they last quite a bit. They will last an entire day. For me, all of the times that I've worn them, I've had to wash them off because they don't really go anywhere. Projection wise, okay, so that's where I was super floored because I didn't think that they were going to be huge projectors. I had Homme for the Holidays on for most of a day, and then I went to bed. It was still on my hand, just on my hand, just so you know, just right here. I just took a little bit, put it on my hand. That was it. I didn't reapply, none of that. I was in bed and it was just blasting me straight in the nose to where I had to take my hand, put it under the comforter, and kind of just tuck comforter under my chin. That's how strong it was, and that's not what I expected. And anything that I've worn on my skin since, I mean, obviously it's gonna be skin. Even if it's a spray bottle though, I don't spray clothes anymore. It's a whole thing. Anything that I've had, it just projects. So I think it can be work appropriate, but you really have to take it easy. Just lightly tap the solid with your finger and then just tap your skin with it. So I no longer think that these don't project. I don't think solids don't project. These all project. I'm wearing Wonderland here. I took it easy on that one. I'm wearing Cravat Noir here. I accidentally put like a little more and that one's just radiating like a monster. But it smells really good, so it's okay. But let's go ahead and talk about them. So these are the 8 scents that he is selling currently. I do believe that he will probably expand depending on what the demand is. Let's start with Barbershop. So this one is obviously a really fresh, clean scent. Probably appropriate to wear, I don't know, maybe after you leave the barbershop? I know, super obvious. But also, this is just a really nice, clean scent. This is really something that I would dress up, wear to work. Easy to like, really hard to hate. It is probably a lot of you's go-to fragrance. And I think if he was only going to do one, it'd be this one because I think this was the one that was the most requested. I've already talked about Barbershop, I believe, on this channel, either that or Instagram, because I actually have the spray of this one. The next one that I want to talk about is Paisley Sky. This is one of the house favorites. So what are you going to say about Paisley Sky? So this one's just like a year-round, really versatile fragrance. And I think most of the people that buy solids are going to buy this one. And so I've tried a decant of Paisley Sky, but I never went for a full bottle. I don't know what it is, but I kind of like the solid more. There's something about the solid that I enjoy a little bit more than I did the spray. I couldn't tell you why. It is really good though. And I think that most people are gonna want this. Again, Paisley Sky I think is one of his best sellers, if not his best seller. For men and women. It's really unisex. The third one, because I haven't done the video of this, I want to talk about it real quick. Homme for the Holidays, the original. I have decaf. I tried a sample of decaf. I was obsessed with it, and I had already placed an order the day that I was wearing decaf, and I messaged him and I was like, hey man, listen, I gotta get a 50 ml of this bottle. Is there a way I can add it to my order? And he took care of it. This is gonna go up there with Decaf Edition. Decaf Edition was like my guilty pleasure this last winter, and this is gonna be another one. I'll tell you something though, this is not less potent. And decaf, I have to be really careful wearing with decaf to work because it is super potent, and someone was like, oh, your cologne is too strong. And I was like, it was out of the sample, and I just sprayed 3 little sprays around my neck, and they got all worked up about that. But this is just as potent, and I'm talking about solid form, and this smells really good. It just reminds me of fall and winter. And if you haven't been following me on Instagram, I'm kind of at the point where I'm over summer, but it smells really, really good. This is one that if you're picking up an order for fall and winter, honestly, add Homme for the Holidays and add yourself a bottle of Homme for the Holidays Decaf Edition, the spray, because that stuff is super addictive. Wonderland, I'm actually wearing right now, and it smells really, really good. I'm gonna say this, I'm a really big fan of these solids. I like how they're coming off of my skin. I really, really like how they're coming off of my skin. I don't really know how to explain it, but somehow it's just a really smooth scent. I love Wonderland, but I think maybe because it's the dry down that you're getting pretty much the entire time, it is really nice, and I love the dry down of Wonderland. There's one that I'm gonna keep for last. Happyland Signature, I wore that on skin pretty much, I think the second one. Another one that you need for fall and winter. So this kind of gives me the vibes of, I can't remember if I talked about it on the channel because I don't have a full bottle, but it was on my list for this year. It gives me the vibe of Angel Share, but I prefer this DNA. Angel Share, I have talked about this before, has never really done it for me. It's nice, it's really spicy, it's a little gourmand, but not too gourmand, and I'm saying that, so that's saying something. But it really gives you holiday vibes, and I'm telling you, lately I've really been digging holiday vibes. We are not anywhere near it, but I think it's just, I'm over summer, which is the first time and the last time you're ever gonna hear me say that probably. The next one I do have a full bottle of, it's Shameless. So with this one, Shameless, the spray is ultra potent, and you know the spray bottles that he has are all like fire hose spray bottles. This one, my plan is when I wear it, I can just take the stuff, put it behind the ears, and it won't have to be overly sprayed. And I think this will be my perfect summer scent from the house. On days where I just kind of want something maybe not as loud as the spray, because the spray is loud. And I'm telling you this because I wore the spray to get a haircut when we were all masked, and everyone smelled it through their masks, and I didn't spray heavy. I sprayed 3 sprays. 3 sprays is my go-to with Happyland. I try not to go too much more because you guys, if you've tried them, you know that they're super potent. So honestly, I think I'm gonna reach for this one a little bit more than the spray on days where I'm not outdoors all day. When I'm trying to go to work, this is gonna be the one I go for. Speaking of work, the other one that I think is really work appropriate, but also really good for dressing up is going to be green Irish tobacco. I actually do have a bottle of this one. Yeah, and it's ultra potent. So this is going to be the same situation where I just go a little bit behind the ears on situations where I'm indoors in a situation like work, where I'm just trying to take it easy and I don't want to get anybody too riled up. My workplace, we kind of work in closer quarters, so it does make a difference when I wear stuff that I can kind of maybe tone down a little. Again, tone down. So quick dab and touch the skin, move on. You can overdo it with these, even though they're solids. The one I saved for last, I'm wearing on my right hand because it is one of my favorites from Happyland. I would say my number 3. So right now it's Hinterland is number 1, 7 is number 2. Hinterland and 7 are gonna go back and forth because I think sometimes 7 might be my number 1. But my number 3 is Cravat Noir because it is so sexy and so easy to wear all the time. Everyone loves when I wear it. And it just smells so good and I really love the solid of it. And I think that this is kind of exciting for me because when I do travel over the holidays and stuff, and I mean, I just travel whenever I want, but I would much rather take these than decant my stuff because first of all, decanting is super annoying, and second of all, it's more stressful to have to decant something versus just throwing a couple of tins in your bag, and you don't have to get like the appropriate size Ziploc bag and get everything situated just perfectly. So this is for me a lot easier because I already have a lot of other liquids I have to take with me. As a female, there is makeup, there's all that stuff. So these are what I'm going to be traveling with, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of occasions where this is going to work a little bit better for me than the fire hose nozzle spray bottles. And I'm going to also say this, if you guys are going on a date night and you want to spray and you want to wear a fragrance that kind of says come hither instead of screams like, hey, I smell great, but also kind of puts a 6-foot wall around you. For me, if I dab solids behind my ears and just a quick dab on the pulse point, that's a little bit more date night friendly. I feel like I've mentioned this a million times on this channel. Guys, don't wear stuff that's ultra loud on date night. That is facetious. Nobody wants that. I mean, honestly, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Anywho, that is my opinion on these. And this is a random fun fact. There is 10% more oil used in the solids than there are in the 30 ml, which is the same size sprays. So I don't know, I thought you guys would like to know that. I think that's probably why they're so potent. And the sprays are already really potent. If you guys have tried any of these, comment down below. Let me know what you think, what your experience has been. If you've tried solid fragrances at all in the past, let everyone know what you think. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you'd like to be subscribed to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop a new video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!